Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DPC for the Southeast Asian region. We've always been a really big fan of Mizu on the 3. Yeah, Polison. Falling pretty low here. Looks like red with one more right click from the Grimstroke. We'll have our first kill. Be able to kill red. In your dream is they do have an observe ward at least from Radiant, so looking to put as much pressure on Alacrity as possible. In your dreams force to use more of a defensive boat, just get that run buff popping. And now with the rotation from Polison as well, they'll turn it back around on the Queen of Pain, blink on cooldown. And that'll cost him his life as Alacrity 4 points in, the proof is plenty a burst.
Alright, rotation up top here from Alacrity. They're just looking to get really aggressive here. I like the fact that Mizu is, not just wanting to sit back and farm. He's wanting to connect constantly together with this Meepo. Make sure, because he is the win condition, right, for the team.
And you're putting a lot of dependency anyway on a support to have perfect positioning as Mizu. Don't run up that high ground, my friend. He's going to do just that. Silen will even rotate over just to secure the extra damage. Mizu bursts it down. But Dream's looking to get involved as well. Another defensive boat. Is it going to be enough to keep Polison alive? So it looks like it'll be a 2-for-1 trade. Yokam looking to get involved as well. They'll make it work for it once again. Tide bring off the creep. He'll go for it and he'll get it. Contest that once we head to the mid game, because NIGMA Galaxy, they're ready to rock and roll. They've hit their items and you see how they're posturing. Polison,
scanned though.
He's just gonna pop the smoke. He's got some heroes in the backline as well. Beautiful coax the place for the boat, dropping down straight on the heads of 2 heroes, and now Mizu over the top. Echo Slam on 4, overwhelming amounts of damage, and the rest of NIGMA Galaxy, they're looking for the cleanup crew. Alacrity prioritizing the Queen of Pain, making sure there's no escape, and with the backline as well, Snapfire is just gonna put his body on the line. On top, if they're caught out, Ghost under the tier 2 tower. Level 2 in the Reincarnation, still without the Radiance completed, so a big power spike that they're lacking at the moment here for the Wraith King. Silen's going to try and push him back, but still the perfect fissure placement. Make sure there's no retreat for the Wraith King, and Dragonite as well will lose his life as NIGMA Galaxy once again surround the heroes
that they're looking to go for. So it would have opened up a big opportunity for them to take it. The Weaver kill. I don't hate it. It gives away their potential to maybe snipe away the Aegis. I don't know. Any target that gets found is immediately picked off. They want to make sure that they're making their plays
like Ghost
before these BKBs come up.
I mean, he's close to the tower, but Dyer's swinging on over. Mizu sets up once again. They've laid down enough damage to bring down the first life, and now Radiant, they need to react. A 4-staff getting him out of harm's way. So nice reinforcements, but you've got to be cautious. Alacrity, that's a peculiar angle into the fight. From the middle lane, he goes on top of the tier 3 tower. They'll get rid of the Queen of Pain. You've got to be cautious about the buyback, but Mizu again drops the Echo onto 3. The damage is so much for Spawn.496 to deal with. They've killed off the first life, but they've got to be cautious about how deep you go. You're really inside Radiant's territory. You don't want to throw this lead you have. The ultimate's starting to dwindle. Alacrity feeling powerful nonetheless, though. Is going to continue to push Radiant back further and further inside the base. And no one on NIGMA Galaxy has died.
Not where you want to be right now. At least now he's got level 12, but feels like you're so far behind.
Trying to get anything that came out of the map. The 4-staff Ghost in.
There's 1 and 200 damage over an AoE, like that. 1,000 damage in a team fight is pretty damn significant.
Ghost? He's actually just gonna man up right now. Run straight to the triangle. Polo will pop an early BKB. They're playing very split at the moment, making sure they don't get all grouped up. But guys, exactly. That's early Reincarnation. We'll have to use the defensive BKB. Ghost trying to reset the fight, but now with the BKBs expiring, Spawn.496 gonna have to look to get out of the area as Musa can hold them back. Dropping the Echo Slam once again. Alacrity should have plenty of damage to follow up in our Radiant. How can they turn this back around? Meepo, about half health still to play with, but the damage is starting to lack without Ghost nearby, so they can turn. Cillian's actually going to jump in, dropping the Sonic Wave. This is a window that they weren't expecting, as NIGMA Galaxy C heavily commit at the top side of the map. They'll lose 2 at the moment. Anything more they can get out of it, though. Yeah, Mizu will be found in the tree line red. He's lacking the stun, though. Unfortunately, only 3 points Dragon Tail. It doesn't have the lowest duration with that cooldown. Oh no, not again.
Unlucky.
What do we get? Refresher. Let's give that one over to Mizu.
That's the other bonus as well, right? You've got multiple ways now to
On
be
mid
able
lane.
to take the safe farm.
They're setting up on Ghost. Ohio still without the Aghanims. He's got BKB at the ready, 4 stuff as well, but Paulison, great target prioritization. He's going to look to jump the backline, but Ghost has been unable to pop the BKB, but still, they're ripping apart the backline. 2 supports going. BKB super defensive, it's just a hope to get out to safety.
Even if it's only a 1% chance, there's still a chance. Gonna look to maybe try and wait for that overwhelming blink, but NIGMA Galaxy not wanting to give them the opportunity.
Trying to set up on Ghost. Force some reactions out early. Once again, they'll jump the backline. Straight on top of the Grimstroke, but they've got the buybacks. This could be the way back in for the fight, but they're going to push Ghost further outside the base thanks to the tidal wave. Now with the respawn, he's still got the BKB, but he doesn't have any extra assistance at the moment as Ghost is using this defensively to reposition himself. But the rest of Dire, they've committed heavily here. They've lost 2. Earthshaker along with the Clockwork, but Alacrity still has the Ages in the arsenal within your dream, standing hand in hand as well. The buybacks coming into fray, but Alacrity, let's see what he can do with the second round. He's going to jump on forward. They'll push Grimstroke to the western side, but the Meepo is slowly falling, and finally they'll bring down Alacrity. So 496, like you said, I mean, you're going to make him work for it. We might have a long game here, but every single game matters. They'll take it to the end.
Not much.
All right, Radiant, they're smoked out. Maybe he'll take Yokam. The rest of Dire are a little bit disconnected here from the Snapfire, but he's goddamn tanky and he's got some survivability items too.
Roche respawn, still a minute away, and they're actually going for a bit of a reverse wraparound here.
Ohio's going to lead the charge. He's really vital to the lineup at the moment with the Aghanims. Alacrity trying to prioritize him as well, but the Sakuchi furthers the positioning from Ohio, but now they're straight on top of Alacrity too. The AoE damage starting to rack up. With the help of the Rum buff, is it enough to keep the Meepo alive? They're trying to target him, but the E-Blade's not enough. Meepo's gone, but a buyback looking to rejoin the fight as Mizu drops the slam, jumping over the top on the Wraith King. They'll dealt with the first life. Alacrity back in the fray as well, but it looks like this time NIGMA Galaxy Southeast Asia will clean up the team fight as they're looking to catch out the stragglers as Ghost down to the northern side. Queen of Pain on the high ground as well. Bob's able to make it out to safety, but the buyback's coming back into the play. But Paulison, perfect use of the reposition, will give no opportunity for Ghost to turn it back around, and the Grimstroke will also be killed off in front of the Roche pit.
Not wanting anyone to even attempt to try and defend this.
Come on, lads, I believe. Come on, let's go. One last attempt. Oh no, NIGMA Galaxy Southeast Asia will kick off our first series with their map victory. Really just a staple performance for them.
The amount of damage that you can dish out even as a position 5 is insane.
I mean, this looks like a Veil build, right?
Yep.
This is an incredible Veil game. Snap, Lesh, and even the Nightstalker, I suppose, with the Void. Yes, I mean, if Ohio can get that farm. But it's just, like, another thing we didn't really mention in the draft is that Dire have a little bit more amplification and steroids as, well, First Blood in Your Dream picked up down bottom. I think this is the big time, though, for 496. Like, seeing how much they can get out of the first nighttime is... Red, in fact, is getting brought down as In Your Dream and Paulison. In Your Dream's a very high level at the moment, already up to 5.
Might even get the stack off into the next wave. And yeah, just making Nightstalker's life even more difficult. Now that he's level 4 though.
Got a bit of a battle going on. Leshak and Zhao Bonbon connecting with Red down bot. Phantom Assassin is hero that cannot farm the jungle to rapid raid, as with him coming up here, I'll get rid of the reincarnation on Ghost. Is a fair way away from the tier 1. So reinforcements coming at a little delayed timing here. The cookie's enough to reposition Ghost to safety, but In Your Dream, no, not gonna matter. As Mizu killed, getting the level 6, and now sets up for a beautiful Echo Slam as they find a second kill. But Red's now gonna show up to the party. He's got this Dark Ascension ready to rock and roll with the extra damage, but they still gotta be cautious because the Grimstroke combined with the Phantom Assassin is no joke of a combination. But Red, airwalking at the moment, pushing Radiant further and further back. I need the rest of Dire to connect down bottom as well. Again, they need these early conversions on towers. Gonna catch out Alacrity at the moment. Silen's looking to connect as well, but Alacrity's gonna be cautious. He doesn't have time to charge up the Requiem. As a cookie, great position from Snapfire, sweeping on over from the western side. As now they'll surround the Clockwork. Mizu's gonna go for a straight heads up TP, but the stun's ready, up and available once again as 496 to bring the whole crew down bottom, and the goons find 3. And looking to backstab up top. Gonna run straight into Polison first. An aggressive use of the Yule Scepter, however, so Lestra's gonna be cautious now without this in the arsenal as they're gonna pounce, recognizing the weakness.
The fact that you haven't lost your mid tier 1 tower against a Leshrac, pretty damn significant, especially considering you've got a PA going that Battle Fury.
Oh, Mizu.
This hurt Mizu though.
Definitely. Great use of the observer ward placed previously to take these early T1 towers, especially mid, and line up that Radiant a little bit more greedy in the regard of having a PA and a Shadow Fiend. So this will open up the map now for the next night time, but Radiant, they've got some item timing starting to flock on for them as well with the Blink and BKB, and a perfect use of the Soulbind combined up with a hook shot. They're all caught out in the river, so Alacrity can charge up the Requiem. They'll blow up Ceylon, but that's all they'll really get out of it. Again, Dark Ascension down for another 40, so how does the Night Stalker really get in the middle of the fight? Ghost is on the Vanguard, trying to lean the charge of the river. Just 2 hits Polison, but it's going to look to buy back instantly. With the Aegis already claimed in the hands of Alacrity, but Radiant, they're splitting away from the area. Looking to get back once up to their higher ground. They could potentially take a fight around their control if they force 496 into a choke point, setting up for Mizu's Echo Slam. They're leading once again on top of the Wraith King, trying to deal with the first life here as Alacrity. He's pump faking the Requiem, but off to the southern side. It's a dire back for Polison, so they won't have the Grimstroke now completely for this fight.
Here we go. Backdoor still there. TP comes in from Shadow Fiend. Has to be careful.
Oh, in your dream. It's just looking to pop Ghost at the moment. Alacrity as well joining the fray. That's early usages of the BKB, but it can set up for Alacrity's Requiem straight on round 2. As they'll blow up Ghost, the rest of Spawn.496 can retreat away from the area. The one nice thing as well for Radiant is that they definitely have ways to blow up Wraith King on the first life, and then second life you just charge up Requiem. Like, he did have Blink queued up. He's now going to the Silver's Edge. Just, oh, what a fissure. Mizu instantly cuts the initiation into half, but Red's still able to close the distance. They're going to look to try and jump Alacrity, but once the BKBs are forced out for the Radiant cause, it's just going to force Dire back onto their side of the map as they can't stand their ground. But now that they've expired, they might try and find a different angle in. Jumped in, still another hook shot from Yokam as well on the mark as they've got so much control. It's so difficult for Dire to find an avenue into these fights.
I actually just saw Ohio's build and he hasn't maxed out the Ignite. I'm not sure how big of a fan I am of that, especially if you go the Veil build. Like, it is nuts the amount of damage that you're able to do with Ignite.
Ohio's going to run straight into the Grimstroke, and once again the Soulbind is making this team fight really difficult for the Night Stalker to propel himself around. Just a quick 1-2 punch as NIGMA Galaxy again, out of nowhere, they bring the numbers, and it does feel like they've got issues right now with jumping some of the key components on NIGMA Galaxy's lineup. Like, Earthshake is doing so much with the minimal net worth that he had. Now his net worth is starting to grow a little bit, but Grimstroke Soulbinds his past couple of fights been important, and all eyes on once again if they can find the initiation, which they will. It rips apart again. DD, couple of crits, you love to see it. Leshrac brought down to the grave. They'll kill off the Ogre too. I mean, it's just NIGMA Galaxy Southeast Asia here in this mid-game.
With the BKB freshly popped as well by the Leshrac. It was towards the end, just trying to get that tiny little bit of extra safety, but...
Level 20, so it's got that extra minus armor.
Oh,
like they're doing the calculation. Like let's see if they got their damage. Yes, sir, they do. In your dream, my god. Goal-like at the moment. We've got a hook shot as well, catching out Ghost. They're trying to pop the early use of the reincarnation, which they'll do so successfully. Now Alacrity can charge up the Requiem. Straight on top of the round 2. Respawn is in your dream. Back again into the fray. A triple for your Phantom Assassin. Try and give him the rampage as well. Jalabon 1, he can scurry out to safety, but the rest of the team not as fortunate as the Phantom Assassin. He's going headhunting right now.
It's a little rough, right? It feels like this is... There were a lot of good individual plays. It just feels like, okay,
this could be the start. BKB's on cooldown. I love to see it. A little bit of creativity here for the boys on Dire.
Blur?
Still in your dream.
Oh, Mizu.
Jaunting down to the southern side. Mizu's ready and waiting in the wings, but In Your Dream's gonna turn. Oh, it's just so goddamn fun. He's not even gonna die. I mean, that's the 2 points in Ignite there for you. Kind of making these avenues into the fights that much more difficult with his hooks and the cogs as well. So, I mean, it's just been the supports to set up for a game where, Kami-sama's been able to go 16-1-6.
Yeah. I don't think he died last game as well. It was only 5 kills, but no deaths is the thing that you want, especially. I mean, they're going to force some TPs coming back here from Ghost because you're losing your base, my man.
One full set to barracks already claimed, and
I don't know how I feel about them just walking in. Yeah, they're going to spin it.
They're going to try with the gobble up straight on top of the Shadow Fiend. The burst is there. That's a nice start to the fight, but it's going to cost him the lives of the Leshrac as well, who does not have a buyback. A 4-on-4, not including the Aegis as well, but the chain lockdown's perfect. They've wasted the BKB on the first life, and now Dire, all they need to do is make sure they split up. Don't set up for the Echo Slam as Mizu. He's waiting the wings once again, trying to find the angle in, but the repositioning from In Your Dream is off to the outskirts and jumps back on. They'll blow up too with ease, and let's just see how they're able to reposition afterwards.
Mizu's just still waiting. He didn't even need to do anything in that team fight outside of, I believe, one Fisher. So, looking real good, continuing to do so. When he finished up his previous item, and same sort of thing with the Ogre Magi going into the Ghost Scepter, I was kind of feeling that they needed a Aeon Disc instead, because it feels like whoever's dying first is just getting 100-0 burst. The Ghost Scepter's
he's just gonna jump. Well, it does at the moment. Still, Ghost is trying to deal with the supports. They've cleaned off one, but now Mizu. He's finding the angle, drops the Echo once again onto 2 heroes. Oh, they're just cleaning up house now with 3 down. In Your Dream is looking to continue to stack up the kills. Already over 20 at the moment, our game 2.
Can't even
He's been set up so perfectly for an exceptional game as NIGMA Galaxy see. What a way to start Division 2 off with a clean 2-0 victory over Spawn.496.
That's exactly the way that you want to start things off.